Hi guys, welcome back. David Hayward here. We're talking about the 5 stages of grief as it applies to deconstruction. Remember, the first one is denial, the next one is anger, the next one is bargaining, and now depression. I'm sorry, we got to talk about it. Here we go. So, depression is a stage where, let's say, the doctor tells the patient, you've got cancer, you've only got 6 months to live. By the way, there's a short movie out. Probably find it online. Maybe I'll find it and put the link somewhere here, where a guy goes through the 5 stages of grief, like in a day. It's really, really funny. It's very short. I should try to find that. But so this can take a long time going through these stages. So depression is where the doctor tells us we only have so long to live, and we go through the denial. I can't believe this is happening to me. We go through the bargaining. I'm going to get another opinion. There must be a way out. We go through, and the anger. Sorry, I got the order mixed up. The anger is, why is this happening to me? I can't believe it. Life sucks. Blah. Now depression is where it finally hits us. It's over. It's finished. My time is up. I'm dying. Fact's a fact, and there's nothing I can do about it. This is the point where we give up trying because we realize it's just not working. That's okay. It's like we realize all of our efforts, our bargaining, our anger, our denial, nothing's working. Here we are, months later, and we still have the deconstruction. We still have the doubts. We still have the questions. And so we realize this is happening. It's happening. There's nothing we can do about it. Now there are things we can do about it. We can go back, but you're too smart for that. You don't want to do that. You're realizing the only way I'm going to get through this is if I go through it. And so we get depressed. It's like it's over. I'm done. My faith is dying. My belief is changing. It's like I can't believe it, but it's true. It's like I have a lifespan. My belief has a shelf life. And as I knew it anyway. Who knows what I'm going to come out looking like on the other side, but the belief as I know it and faith as I knew it is gone. It's here where we feel like we're in the doldrums. It's not depression like suicide kind of depression, although we'll get to that in a second. It's kind of like just nothing. It's just like I said earlier, we're just frozen. We feel nothing. It's just like, it's like we're in the doldrums. There's not one little breeze. Nothing is stirring. There's no movement. And we feel absolutely nothing at all, which is new to us. In the church life that I found myself drawn towards, there was always feeling, passion. I love passionate worship. I ended up in the vineyard, with the whole worship band and, all the vibe and the hype, and the feelings were amazing. I'll admit it, the feelings were great. But when you get into the spiritual depression, there's nothing at all. Completely flat emotionally. It's just very real. It's where you realize all your efforts are for naught. You realize there's nothing you can do. And you just have to sort of sit this out. You have to just wait. And, this is where some of your annoying friends and family might come in and try to cheer you up. Give you remedies. Oh, you need to watch so-and-so on Sunday morning on Channel 3 or whatever. And you need to read this book, and you need to pray this many times facing in this direction, and you need to read your Bible, read these verses, just meditate on these verses, and stop doing this and stop doing that. All these things to try to cheer you up and get you back to a sense of normalcy. But they're empty promises. They're those attempts to restore us we appreciate it, but we're not going to say anything. We're just like, okay, but we're not going to do it. We know. We've tried everything. Now, this is a dangerous time. I mentioned suicide earlier. I don't mean physical suicide, but spiritual suicide, that can happen. I've seen it happen. I've been there several times where it's like, because if I had worked so hard for so long to be spiritual and it didn't work, why bother? Why bother at all? Trying anything at all. If this is counterfeit, then everything's counterfeit. It's that whole, you just get to that place, that depression, where you just don't care anymore. And this can be dangerous because it's kind of like a sailor on a ship, on a sailing boat, out in the middle of the ocean in the doldrums. No wind, no breeze, and he just gives up. Don't give up. Wait. Wait for that wind to come. If you fall asleep or if you drown yourself, you won't feel it when it comes. Wait. It's the same here. Like, don't give up. Don't say, oh, that whole spiritual thing is a hoax. I'm done. Anything spiritual, anything in the inner life or anything like that. No, not la 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 la. I'm not going to do it. We just think the whole thing. We just throw the whole thing out as completely useless because it didn't work. But don't do that just yet. I found if you just wait and push through, I have a profound appreciation for my roots. Yes, there was a lot of abuse there. Yes, there was a lot of misconceptions and lies and coercion and manipulation and silliness and false doctrine or whatever you want to call it. There was a lot of that, sure. There was a lot of good too. That's all in my roots. The good and the bad, that's, the manure and the leftovers, that makes a good fertilizer, right? And that all gets folded in together. That's the way I look at it in my life. All the good and the bad has been folded in together and it makes good fertilizer for who I am now. So I'm glad I didn't say, chuck it, and forget it all. I'm done. But waited for the light to come on, waited for some kind of clarity, waited for the next stage, which is acceptance. We'll get there in just a moment. This is the dangerous time where we just say, I just don't care anymore. And I see people get stuck here too. And I've been tempted to get stuck there too, where I just don't care. And it can be dangerous because this is where we can not care about our lives anymore. The spiritual life used to be the beacon of our lives, right? Our Christianity, our faith, that was like the lighthouse that, kept us from harm and danger, right? When that goes, I saw it in my own life and I see it in the lives of others where we lose our moral compass. We no longer, why bother? Why care anymore? And who was watching? Who cares? I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I don't care who I hurt or use or what I do because nobody's judging me and I'm not going to hell. I don't believe it in any way. You get to that point. That can be a dangerous spot. So I just want to encourage you, feel the depression, be there, rest in it. You're gonna hear, attempts to restore you and all that kind of thing, and it's going to go in one ear out the other, and you're going to be tempted to just chuck it all, and you're going to be tempted to not care about yourself anymore, kind of like a cancer patient. Well, I'm dying anyway, I might as well smoke, But instead, feel the depression, and live in it, and I promise you, if you just keep pushing through, you will pass through it and get to the other side, which is acceptance. And we're going to talk about that next. See you there.